Previously on That Works.
For Art Knife Invitational 2022, I decided to replicate a buckler, specifically in the Italian style and heavily inspired by the works of Filippo Nigroli. The Italian Renaissance style was the revitalization of classical Greek and Roman mythology as well as aesthetic forms, and I'm trying to capture a lot of that stuff in my work. So making something like a shield or a buckler combines the best of both worlds. It is a canvas where anything is possible.
So that shield build from Ilya was absolutely epic.
Ooh, thank you.
And I believe, in my opinion, that the video itself was nothing short of elegant. The insight that Ilya delivers in this video that gives you an idea of what his mindset is like when he goes into an art project like this before he even starts is truly immeasurable. And if you haven't seen the full-length version of that video, there's gonna be a link after this video, and you should definitely go check that out. Basically, during the full-length version of making the shield, there's a portion that didn't make the cut in the actual video itself. And that is where Ilya's forming the sheet metal, and he needs a very specific tool for a very specific job. So,
I need a tool, and I have access to all of this, and I have access to good material. Need a tool? Make a tool.
The tool that we're making today is called a stake. And a stake is basically just a uniquely shaped anvil that's made for a very specific process in raising sheet metal or forming sheet metal in general.
you see, Ilya's been making armor for years and years, and he's made himself a ton of custom stakes. However, here at the new shop, where we've only been here for a few years, we haven't done much armor work at all. So Ilya's gotta kinda work his way back through everything, remake some of the tools that we no longer have, and that way when we go on to do more armor builds in the future for you guys, all the tools will be there and he can just rock right through it. Hey, you, what are you doing on my video? Get back to where you came from.
Hey, what about my world?
What's wrong with it? Aren't you from some childish video game?
That is not true. Hero Wars has vibrant graphics, cool gameplay, and a user-friendly interface.
Alright then, let's give it a try. What do you say?
Yeah, tell them more about it.
In Hero Wars, everyone can find a character to play that suits them. We have cyborgs, aliens, vampires. Nobody's gonna be disappointed. I've been playing for 2 weeks now and I've only unlocked a third of the heroes. My next goal is to unlock Chaba. He seems like a tank that will devour all of his enemies. But Celeste, she seems to be the real S tier. She can switch between a DPS dark form and a healer light form, which makes her useful in any situation. There is no equal to Hero Wars. You're gonna play it in the subway, at lectures, or even while playing something else. It's very easy to start playing, but assembling a perfect team of heroes is an art in itself. Christmas magic comes to you in Hero Wars. From December 24th begins the best time to start playing. You can get a lot of presents and cool items, collect new heroes, decorate the Christmas tree, progress through the Advent calendar, and learn the mysterious story. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Here's a question for you. Where can you get 30,000 coins, 600 emeralds, and 5 awesome heroes to start dominating in Hero Wars? Right away. Too slow. The answer is right here, right now in the description below. Click the link and play Hero Wars right now.
One of the main differences between a stake and a hardy tool is the hardy tool has a non-tapered shank that fits into a square non-tapered hole, just like that. However, These stakes are made to fit into stake plates that have tapered holes. That way, when you place the stake into the tapered shaft, it locks in place and it will not move while you're forming your sheet metal. While we're on the subject of making tools, Ilya also made these really cool aggressive drawing dies that fit right over our existing flat dies, and with 2 bolts, they're ready to go. By the time your metal's heated up, you're ready to start drawing out some metal.
So with armor making, most of the time you don't need really hard tools, okay? Most of the time you're working with sheet metal that's already pretty pliable, and once you heat it up and do a lot of the hot forming, you don't really need a hardened stake. However, if you're like us and you have access to a lot of 1045, because that's what we make our forging hammers out of, you might as well go ahead and make a tool that's gonna be very durable, heat treat it, and then it truly will last you a lifetime.
As some of you know, I've been making high-end armor for a long time. However, in this new shop, some of my tools didn't make it. I also make tools, and the disadvantage of making tools is that anytime you need a new tool, you end up bogged down making a new tool rather than repurposing an old one.
You see, in a project such as that one, where he didn't have much time, it might be tempting to Ilya to just use stakes he already has just to try to save some time. However, in armor making, you might as well go ahead and make the tool because you're going to use it later on down the road as well.
In actuality, I need a much simpler tool that looks like a mushroom. However, making this version is the same as making the simpler one, and I want to make something that will last me for other projects, like a helmet. The complex shape allows me to slide the helmet over the tool and planish it. So in this case, I'm making a set of tools in one.
Ilya posts a ton of these projects as he's making them on his Instagram. So if you're not following him, go do so. @SlavicSmith on Instagram. What are you waiting for? You can follow me too. I make things too. @Stagmer. Whether it's hammers or hot punches, no matter how simple or complex the tool is, I encourage you guys to try making your own tools when you have specialty needs and you need high quality items. Who's a better quality control person than you yourself?
Don't forget to check out our sponsor Hero Wars by clicking the link in the description below.
I encourage you guys all, if you haven't done so, to go check out the full video of making that awesome shield right here.